Hello again, I'm your gunsmith Vasily Durock. Today we're going to prepare your gun stock for stain or oil. First, I want to wipe down the wood with denatured alcohol to remove any body oil I may have deposited handling the stock earlier. With the alcohol dry, we'll make our first sanding passes with the 150 sanding block. Nice and flexible, going to reach into all the nooks and crannies and crevices as we sand. If there are any scratches or minor cuts in the wood, we'll stay with the 150 until they're completely gone. Following the sanding, we're going to clean with our tack cloth after each and every sanding pass, even though it's not shown after every pass in this video. After the coarse 150 grit, if I'm happy with the appearance of the stock, I move on to the 180 sanding block, and of course I'm going to follow it up with a tack cloth wipe down. Now I'm changing to the 220 sanding block, which is one of the finer grits, and that means I'm closing in on the appearance I want in this wood. And moving on to the 320 sanding block. By the way, you don't need to put a lot of pressure on the sanding block to get the results you're looking for. Just the weight of your hand is enough. And now the fine grit sanding block, which is approximately a 600 grit. If your stock is showing any scratches at this point, you might want to move on up to an 800 or even 1000 grit, but if your wood now has a sheen, you're done. Some builders like the random orbital sander. I guess I'm old-fashioned because I prefer the control that hand sanding gives me, so I'll save the orbital for something else. It has been said that the finish is only as good as the preparation of the wood. I believe it, and this smooth as a baby's bottom appearance is your goal. This stock is now ready to receive any kind of finish: Danish oil, shellac, polyurethane, lacquer, tung oil, or Swedish pine tar. It's ready, and yours will be too. In this section of the video, I want to show you what it takes to get as near as possible a color match between what is often three different species of wood. I've applied the first coat of Minwax red oak stain using my foam brush, and after waiting 20 minutes, as I wipe it off, here's a pleasant surprise. The plain white wood I started with proves to be wonderfully full of character. Check out the patterns in this stock. I have another stock like it, so maybe I'll keep this one and make his and her stock sets for my wife and me. In the interest of time, only the first and last applications of stain are being shown in this video. We're jumping ahead now, and this is the final of 6 applications of stain with 20-minute waits before wiping it off. Because the stock and lower handguard are hardwood, they prove to be stubborn, not taking the Minwax red oak stain as well as the upper handguard did, so the stock and lower handguard receive the last 3 coats of the session in Sedona red. And there you have it. 3 different species of wood in as near a color match as possible. The key is patience, and don't be afraid to change stain color if that's what it takes to get the match you want.